Hi, this is Jessie. I have the Sheltie Mocha, and we are going to discuss Founder's Effect. What is it? In 1942, Ernst Mayr fully outlined the term, which refers to the loss of genetic variation that occurs when a new population is established by a very small number of individuals from a larger population. Founder's Effects as it relates to my breed, the Shetland Sheepdog, aka Sheltie. In June of 2020, an article was published of a study done of 6 breeds, one of which was the Sheltie, using a genome-wide SNP array in which was discovered genetic differentiation to subpopulations. The detected genetic differentiation was either due to geographical isolation or as a result of differentiation breeding strategies. These differences were greatest in show dogs. Breed division occurs within a breed due to geographic distances and conflicting breeder ideals within the dog populations, most notably seen in the American and European types. Most people can see the differences between European Shelties and American Shelties. When Shelties were brought to the Americas, breeders selected for their ideal characteristics of the breed. The modern American Sheltie is descended almost entirely from dogs imported from the Scottish Shetland Islands in Britain between World Wars I and II. One of the most influential individual dogs in Sheltie history is Champion Hall Store's Peter Pumpkin, ROM-RMC. He was born July 13, 1965. He could be said to be a recent founder dog. Peter is the top producing sire in Sheltie history with 160 champion get to his name. Peter's contribution to later ROM Shelties are overwhelming. There are dogs whelped in just the last 10 years that are over 50% Peter, even though Peter doesn't appear in a 3-generation or sometimes more pedigree of that dog. Talk about a founder. The fear about Founder's Effect is that one sire will have an extraordinary effect on the breed through his genetic influence, both good qualities and detrimental recessives he carries. These popular dogs are the most likely to have the most influence over future generations. This also means that these same dogs have contributed a disproportionately higher number of defective genes into the already limited genetic pool of that breed. To reduce the effect a founder has in its breed, a minimum of 3 generations of breeding to totally unrelated dogs is needed. These outcross breedings will dissipate the genes needed to strengthen and retain wanted traits, so it doesn't make sense to exclude the founder or line breeding in general in breeding dogs when trying to set type and keep those wanted traits. A good breeder will know that there are always risks, but a series of planned breedings using a variety of relatives, both close and distant, has been shown to be a superior method of breeding to strengthen traits you want to see in the breed. Using untested dogs are not a good way to retain these traits. The idea of standardized dog breeds originates from the Victorian era. Creation of breeds was driven by the advent of dog shows. Competition brings prestige, possible income from sales and stud fees, but most importantly, it forces the specifications of ideal breed standards. Differing breeder preferences and ideals can cause additional reproductive isolation within a breed. Just a little fun fact before we go, Bull Terriers have been found to have the least amount of genetic diversity, and Jack Russells have the most. Thanks, guys. See you at Masterclass.